When our founder, Haria Muhammad, couldn't get a yes from Hollywood funders and studio executives to make her work, she turned her frustration into action and founded the Black TV and Film Collective.
We never intended to start a nonprofit organization. We ourselves were hungry for community, a community of filmmakers who looked like us, who shared some of the same problems that we had in terms of finding resources and finding funding and finding opportunities to screen our work.
The BTFC exists purely for a couple of very simple yet profound reasons. We need to support and help Black filmmakers make their work. And within that is number two, this idea of really allowing Black creatives, producers and writers the privilege and the permission to have sustainable careers in the entertainment industry.
We just, started getting together very informally, reading each other's scripts, giving each other notes. It turned into us just helping each other, showing up for each other.
We were a meetup group that met once or twice a month at a bar around NYU in New York City. Like-minded filmmakers who want to tell our stories, Black stories.
And fast forward to 2015, she came to me because the meetup group was really taking off, and she decided to actually establish it as an official nonprofit, and she asked me if I would be a founding board member. And so that's how the Black TV and Film Collective was born.
The mission of the BTFC is to find opportunities for Black creators to create and maintain economically sustainable careers, not only finding someone their first entry-level job, but their second, third, and fourth jobs, and also working with studios and production houses to create the creative supply chain to fill the pipeline of creatives and professionals who are experienced that they claim are so hard to find.
Only 4% on average of key creative positions in US-produced films and TV are held by Black creatives. Yet we make up 14% of the population. It is imperative that we achieve parity.
How can we as content creators create if there's not a platform, a group of like-minded people to support us?
We need this more than ever. We need art and we need media and creative that speaks to the problems that we face on a human level.
Black TV and Film Collective became such a sounding board during the onset of the pandemic and the many murders of Black people in this country.
The BTFC is needed now more than ever. We can get lulled into a false sense of security thinking that all the battles to fight have already been won. And if you're a Black creative, a Black filmmaker anywhere in the United States or across the globe, you know that's simply not the case.
Giving your time and your resources to the Black TV and Film Collective, no joke, it helps to make our world better because you have filmmakers and you have creatives who, for whatever reason have chosen this profession, have chosen to spend their time and their energy creating art and creating products that address various issues or that bring us joy.
I would write a little more, then monthly I would come to the screenwriting table reads, and at some point I felt like the script was good enough to start thinking about producing it. And that's when things kind of started to move forward.
The Black TV and Film Collective isn't just a movement, it's a revolution. A revolution to help create more parity in the future of entertainment.
I want the world to know that the BTFC is about giving voices, prioritizing our voice, that our voice is not drowned, that our voice is not secondary.
I believe the legacy that the Black TV and Film Collective is creating is really setting the groundwork for more opportunities for creators of color.
We just keep going. We are an organization that is run by sweat equity. And so I really appreciate every last one of our members because they believe in our mission and they believe in us. They believe in what we're doing. And I'm excited to see where we're going to go in this next chapter of the Black TV and Film Collective. And I invite you to join us and take the journey with us.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me? All right. Welcome. We are finally here. It is giving Tuesday, y'all. A global day of giving for us to elevate and celebrate causes that are near and dear to our heart, that feed our souls. I am so happy to be here this morning. My name is Kibi Anderson. I am your host for the day, and I'm also the co-president of the board of the Black TV and Film Collective. And I'm here to say thank you for joining. If you're here early, if you're here in the afternoon, no matter where you are tuning in, we are so grateful that you decided to just spend a little time with us. We're gonna be here all morning, y'all. We have an amazing, amazing lineup. Then we're gonna be here all afternoon. Then we're gonna be here all evening, y'all. We have 12 hours of just food for the soul, food for the soul. We're doing a telethon for the first time, and I'm probably dating myself because there's probably some of y'all out there who are like, telethon, what's a telethon? Listen, how many of you all grew up as kids watching, the Jerry Lewis telethon? Now, obviously, it has been updated and Kevin Hart is absolutely hosting it. But it's an opportunity for us to have great entertainment, have amazing conversations, and most importantly, raise money. The BTFC is known for being innovative. We're known for being creative. And so we decided, what is a really cool thing we can do this year to honor Giving Tuesday? This is a campaign that we do every year, but also make it kind of interesting, bring a little bit more flavor, and more importantly, really give you an opportunity to see what we do, right? To show love to our members who are the heartbeat of our organization. And most importantly, just to give you an opportunity to know how we're making change, how we're impacting. Our mission, I'm going to start by saying, you're going to hear this a lot throughout the day, is focused on helping Black creatives, mid-career creatives have sustainable careers in the entertainment industry. And I'll tell you a personal story. I have worked as an independent film producer for many years. Those of you who are tuning in, just from a little bit more of my background, and I know firsthand what it feels like to be out here trying to make things happen, right? To be out here trying to get something made, being told no a lot, being told, we don't think that your stories can sell. We don't think that your stories have a broader audience. And it's frustrating, and I'm sure there are many Black artists out there, writers and creators and producers who have had a similar experience. The BTFC was founded with the goal of changing that, with the goal of making sure everybody who has a story out there, everybody who's pushing and striving to make their dreams happen when it comes to making Black stories that resonate, do not get discouraged. They have a safe community. They have a safe place where they can come and develop their craft, level up, be encouraged, be seen, and make it happen, right? So I'm here because of my love for this organization. It has poured into me in so many ways. And I'm hoping that throughout the day, you will all be moved to support with your dollars, support with your elevation. Again, this is a fundraiser, y'all. We are here to make some money in order to fund our future growth. I'm going to shout out, listen, we're trying to raise $50,000 today, and we believe we can do it. We believe everybody here who is tuning in has the power to help us hit that goal. We're going to be shouting out our donors throughout the day. If there's anybody who gives and perhaps is giving in honor of somebody, we want to make sure you drop your name. This is an interactive campaign, so please elevate, celebrate, drop comments. You're going to be able to see on this page, there are many different tools you can leverage in order to support the day. I am going to also shout out as we get started that our BTFC board is absolutely amazing. And they have made a pledge to match every dollar that you all give, dollar for dollar, up to $25,000. I mean, first of all, I can't say thank you enough, but that means every dollar you give will be doubled. Your impact will be doubled. So please, please take a minute, any amount you can give. You can see on our landing page what your dollars will actually enable us to do. You can actually see the impact of your dollars. So I just want to continue to encourage you all. We're going to be running this throughout the day. I'm going to be here for 12 hours. We're going to have some other people join us. And as of now, I'm so excited. Shows, content from our members, short films, feature films, sketch comedy segments. This is an opportunity for us to really let you experience in a much more visceral way what the BTFC is about. I can talk to you about it, but at the end of the day, the best way to know how your dollars are going to have impact is just to see the work. You know, our tagline is make your work. And we encourage all of our members to, again, not let the potential obstacles you're hitting, the no's you may be getting in mainstream Hollywood, we are here to help you make your work. And we are celebrating those members who have taken that charge and actually done that. So I am going to, I think, let our awesome production crew kick off the screening of our first film. It is by Simone Kelly, and it is called, make sure I have it right, Where I'm From. All right, we've got Simone Kelly, an amazing BTFC member, and we're screening part of her film, Where I'm From. Enjoy. All right, y'all. Sorry, I'm told to keep talking. Again, we are live. So this is live television. Y'all got to be patient with us. We have an entire war room you cannot see here that is moving and grooving, making sure that we're bringing stuff to you. This is our first time doing this. So we are so amazing. I'm so grateful to our amazing team. They are absolutely sending me various things that are happening. Listen, I want to shout out one more thing, a bonus. You can click join a team right now, and you can invite your family and friends to support as well. So listen, we're all about community here. We're about collective action. So if you are so moved, please help us do some amazing community building, create a team. Join, so you can click join a team on our page, and you can invite your family and friends to support us as well. You can name your team, and we can absolutely shout you out during today's telethon to say thank you, to elevate the fact that you are showing a commitment, making a intentional choice to support our work. All right, I think I'm hearing that ready to go. Okay, we're going to start this screening. Again, this is Where I'm From by Simone Kelly. All right, enjoy.
Where I'm from, there are schools inside of housing developments so that children will never forget where they came from. No matter what time of day it is, bullets are used as bells so that kids know that playtime is over. Firecrackers being let off lets you know that summertime is here. Crackheads Harlem Shake on Lexington Avenue because every time their needles hit the concrete, it's like drumming sounds in Africa. Where I'm from, restaurants are owned by Arabs and Asians, but the cooks are black. So even if you think you're eating soul food, someone sold our black soul for a quick penny. Where I'm from, on 125th Street, even if your hair is already braided, you're still asked if you need your hair to be braided. Bootleggers sell $5 CDs and $15 bags and $2 belts, but when 5-0 is coming, they run like track stars. Where I'm from, candles and flowers are left where people die on the sidewalk to show their respect. We pour liquor in the soul to show that trees don't really grow here without a hint of alcohol. Where I'm from, there are 3 churches on every block: God, Allah, our Father. Where I'm from, Hispanic women sell sweet fruit on the east side, standing on their feet all day, the smell of pastelitos, old men playing dominoes like they're in their native land. Where I'm from, we're about 40 blocks deep, but we have more roots than a group. Where I'm from, when it comes to food, you can get a lunch special from Tropical, a large iced tea from the Chinese restaurant, and a chopped cheese or a honey turkey on the roll from the corner store. Where I'm from, Dipset are our heroes, and our favorite movie is Paid in Full. Where I'm from, you know it's nice outside when the sprinklers are turned on, dirt bikes roll up and down 7th Avenue, cars blast their music along with the ice cream truck. The sound is so loud, it makes your heart jump. 8th Avenue looks like a strip on 34th Street. Drug dealers hang out on Lenox Avenue trying to duck and dodge the police like tennis. As white chalk and caution tape represents black souls lost. Our Picassos are graffiti artists that mark up buildings. The 99-cent stores where you could get everything from. Kennedy Fried Chicken is better than Kentucky Fried Chicken. Every corner store isn't on the corner. Pepper spray, socks, Newports, nutcrackers, you can get all at the hair salon. Where I'm from, during your train ride you hear, I'm not selling no candy for no basketball team. Where I'm from, Santa Claus isn't the only Saint Nick. Some of our famous black leaders have their statues on every avenue, but old landmarks are being destroyed for million-dollar buildings. Some of our politicians are supposed to be helping us, but they are selling us out like we're on Wall Street. Where I'm from, there's only one televised revolution, and we call it the Renaissance. Where I'm from is Harlem. And even though you think it's up for sale, this Harlem-bred soul will never be.
What an amazing project. Oh, goodness. That was some spoken word. We're going to invite Simone on now, actually, to enjoy a conversation, just get a little bit more information from her. Welcome, Simone. So good. Oh, you're on mute. Make sure we get you off of mute.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Today, lovely lady. Happy Giving Tuesday.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
All right, so tell the people, where are you in the world today? Just so we know. We global out here. We national.
So as you guys saw in my project where I'm from Harlem. So currently I'm in New York.
And we love NYC. We have a lot of members out in New York. That is where the BTFC actually got started. So I want to give the people tuning in, Simone, an opportunity. Just tell us a little about your story. You know, how did you come to, you know, obviously doing your spoken word? How did you come to the BTFC? Just give us a little bit of your origin story.
So I found out about BTFC through social media. And I would like to say that I'm so grateful for BTFC because it opened up a whole world of opportunities for me, not only with networking with other creatives, but also broadening my horizons with the different workshops and panels that they have both in person and online. So I'm just very grateful that, you know, you guys even have me on this platform for today for Giving Tuesday. But I got started writing when I was a kid, you know, like most people do. As a kid, I just found a love for poetry. And then I ended up turning that into my visuals, my poetry visuals, some films, and also some books that I have published.
Listen, we got to shout her out because we are multifaceted, multi-hyphenate in the BTFC. Simone is an author. She is and she's done, am I right, 4 books? Do I
Yes,
get that right?
4 published books. Yep.
Shout out a few of the books because we want people to show support and love in addition to donating. Go ahead.
So I have 3 urban fiction books. They're on Amazon. It's Kareed and Cheyenne, part 1 and part 2. And then I have Cain and Athea. That's just a standalone book. And then I have my favorite, a children's book called Jonah and Magical's Big Dreams. And you can find that on my website.
Love it. I love it. I love it. So, you know, you talked about finding the BTFC on social media. And, you know, typically when you find something, it's because you're looking for it. So what were you looking for in terms of, you know, where you were at this point in your career? And what was it about the BTFC, that post, whatever, that like drew you in? That was like, oh, let me check this out.
I'm big on community and finding people that look like me and also have the same goals and the same dreams as me. So when I was like looking on social media, that's what I saw, not only on a social media page, but then when I attended the events and I joined the workshops online, I felt that. And I also feel that it's important that we share the knowledge when we get something from one another. So being a part of the organization, I was able to gain so much more perspective of the film and TV career and that I want. So I would just say that I feel at home working with them.
Yes, and so many people say that. And why is that important? You know, just give us the why for those viewers who may not understand why, as a Black creative, you know, being able to find people where you feel seen and safe, you know, why is that important?
Because it motivates you to continue to do what you want to do, you know, because I feel like, you know, in that entertainment industry, sometimes we don't always get the yeses, we get a lot of no's too. But to be able to, you know, share your story with other people have similar stories. You are motivating each other, you're encouraging each other, you're inspiring each other. And I think that's so important just to have that right now in the state that we are in the world.
Oh, goodness. You are so right. The world right now, I often articulate, needs creatives. It needs storytellers to document what's happening. I think even more importantly, we need Black creatives. You know, we need diverse
Absolutely.
storytellers, because the humanity, I think, of our journeys is so beautifully captivated, I think, in our stories and our voices. So, all right, I have a question for you. You know, one of the things that I'm asking a lot of our folks is, if you were to, the statement, imagine a world without Black stories, what does that mean to you? Like, how does that hit you?
There would be no stories. There would be no stories, because when you think about even at the beginning of time, when it comes to us making music, you create stories with music. You create stories not only with just writing, but the food you eat. Everything that we do is a story. So without Black stories, there would be no stories.
Listen, that's the little secret, right? That's the little secret. Listen, Simone, I am so grateful for you. And what is your goal? Like, where do you want to go? Just so folks can see, like, what is the vision? Because we're obviously trying to make sure that we encourage folks to be able to reach their dreams. What is yours? What would be success?
Of course, publishing more books. Also, one day having a show on television, that would be a dream of mine. But also, too, just to keep encouraging other Black creatives, especially the youth, because I feel like it's so important that they see people that look like us doing different things outside of what they normally see in their community. So I just want to keep encouraging people, not only my peers, but also the next generation.
Ooh, listen, I love it. We all about legacy here, right? We're all about changing the narrative. We actually have some really exciting things planned for 2024 that are going to be about connecting some of our more senior members with some younger folks who are out here trying to make things happen. So to your point, we're setting the stage, we're setting the tone that they can do this. So listen, thank you so much. Please, in your words, tell people why they should give today. Tell people why they should support the BTFC on Giving Tuesday.
Because Black stories matter. They're important. And your platform right here is doing just that. So give. All
right, lovely ladies. Thank you so much, Simone. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You.
We cannot
You
wait
too.
to see you in these community streets to continue to support you making your work. All right. Take care.
Thank you. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Awesome. You got, listen, Simone, we just getting started. I mean, she is the heart, the soul. We're showing love to her. We're showing love to the content created by people like her in our community all over the world. We are a global organization. We have over 3,000 members, but we didn't get started that way. And I am so excited because my next guest is the original founder of the organization. There she is, Miss Haria Muhammad. This is a conversation that I am so happy to be able to have, because without Miss Muhammad, we wouldn't be here right now, you know. And first of all, welcome. Happy Giving Tuesday. How you feeling today?
Thank you so much. I'm great. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. Yeah, my first live telethon. So
I know. You proud of us, girl? You gotta let me know if you're proud of us. We out here. We try to make you proud.
I am. I'm proud of us, including myself, including all of those filmmakers who are out there still, you know, walking that uphill battle to get their projects made and make themselves seen, take care of their family industry. So there's a lot of to be proud of all the way around. I got a little I have a little bit of a cold that I'm still getting over, so you're gonna hear it in my voice.
Okay. All right. Listen, it's Giving Tuesday. We showing nothing but love to the BTFC. So you get nothing but love from us today. And I'm sure the viewers will be eagerly excited to give. That'll make Haria's throat feel a lot better, I'm sure. All right. So, you know, I love you, first of all. Like, you are the reason why I'm here. For those of you who may not know, you know, Haria and I met in business school. So we both went to NYU Stern. So that's really where a lot of the origin story of the BTFC is. But I don't want to talk, Haria. I want you to share with us, what made you be like, I need to create something like this? Give us a little bit of that background. And tell us kind of who you are, what you're doing. Yeah, just a little bit too.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm a writer, director, producer who's been working in this industry now for over 20 years. Not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. So I know how hard it is, you know, to really break through and to not only make projects, but make projects that are, true to what your heart desires, while at the same time being compensated and able to support your families in the process. For me, and for so many of us, this is not a hobby. This is the careers that we've chosen, and we've chosen to walk away from other opportunities in our life to pursue this. And so with the idea that it will manifest the returns, later on in life, both emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, financially, etc. So it's the same thing that if a doctor chooses to go to, medical school and spends 20 odd years in school, or however long they have to go to school, so, but it's with the idea that this is a career, so I didn't intend to start, the Black TV and Film Collective, Kibi. It was just a few of us, and I didn't do it by myself. Let me say that. I'm one of the co-founders. I see that you guys have me listed as a founder, but I actually was co-founder. And we just got together and started supporting each other. It was back around the time of, I think it was like hashtag Oscars So White.
Yes.
And we were like, what is it really a hashtag going to do? Like, more what we really and we saw that it did do something, but we saw more of a need to help one another, and support one another. Because we said, rather than, banging on the door asking for somebody to recognize that we're out here, we can make incredible gains by just helping each other to, table reading each other's scripts, showing up on each other's projects, and also I'm a connector, kind of similar to yourself. So I would meet a lot of people in this industry and a lot of aspiring people who maybe was a photographer that wanted to segue into cinematography, or a writer who, for years said, what, I need to just make my own work that I've been writing. And so they wanted to segue into directing, or somebody who had been working in corporate America and say, I always had a desire to tell stories, and they wanted to get into it. And they started actually producing because they were great producers, and putting those people together, and just magic was formed.
Magic was formed. Oh my goodness. Well, what was one of the first projects you were working on? Just to make it real, right? Because, we're going to talk a lot about the programs that have since evolved, but like grass tacks, like you were like, I'm trying to make a project. What was that project? Who did you call? What were the mechanics? Just so people who may not be familiar with this process can really understand like what it means to have what you built still be here 8 years later.
Well, there was a project, and this wasn't my project. It was a project called Capital Inferno. And I remember this project because this was one of the first projects that the Black TV and Film Collective came together to make. And there was a screenwriter, a writer-director who came to, we had one of our very first events was like a pitch we used to do, and we haven't done one in a while, I guess, I'm not sure, but we used to do these pitches, and our pitches are different. Our pitches are, not formal pitches where you get up in front of 3 judges and judges, critique you and make you feel bad about, what you did or didn't do right, and then selectively give you something. This was just us pitching each other, like, look, this is what I'm working on. I'm working on, a film. I'm working on a script. I'm trying to get on set. And so a writer-director got up and she said, I have a story that I'm writing in school, and it's called Capital Inferno. And I'm just looking for all kind of help. I'm looking for a producer. I'm looking for a DP. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. And from that pitch, Capital Inferno, so many Black TV and film collectors came together to help her make Capital Inferno. And also I remember a gentleman in the room named London. And I said to London,
Shout out London. I remember London.
London at the time was trying to be a director. And I said to London, and he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. He was kind of just trying on different hats. And London had a very big corporate background. And I said, London, you would make an awesome producer. You should consider producing Capital.
Yes.
And London said, okay, and he and Cindy started working on Capital Inferno together, and London produced that film. And now London has gone on to produce different films, etc. And it started in that pitch. And then you have somebody like Sam Hicks, who, when he first moved to New York.
We love Sam. Yeah, definitely. He has really blown up. Hurry, I don't want to stop you, but I just want to highlight, we are almost at $1,000 raised. Thank you so much. Listen, we are just getting started. Listen, let's try to get another $200 within the hour. The board is matching. Haria, listen, I don't want to rush our conversation, but I do want to make sure people have enough time to watch your film, because we are going to screen one of your amazing projects, Wonders. But before we get to that, why should people support the BTFC? Like, from your mouth, why should people support the BTFC today?
Because we have to get our stories made for ourselves and for our communities. We have to see ourselves on the screen represented back to us. We have to, through stories, we understand what's possible. Through stories, we access those moments inside of us of joy and hope and belief within ourselves. For so long, so many other people within this industry, they've held the levers and said, this is permissible for you to see yourself as. This is permissible for you to be portrayed as. And we're not funding anything other than that. So if you're not stepping to, us with you being this way or that way, or however we see you, it's not getting done. And this is us saying, no, we're more than the way that you see us. It's us telling our own story so that we ourselves can be healed. Our children can see hope and possibility for tomorrow. And we can help solve some of these amazing challenges that we face as a human race. And we do that through stories. So, it's critical.
I mean, that's it. I mean, you just said it so eloquently. So let's dive into one of your stories, a beautiful story that I love. It talks about the idea of miracles and magic and like what can happen when you sort of think, something that is out of the ordinary. So Haria, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're going to be shouting you out throughout the rest of the telethon. And we, again, just give you your flowers. I know that you really were in the trenches, making sure this happened. You weren't getting paid. You were still obviously giving, in addition to obviously trying to advance your dreams. So I say thank you. And with that, I want to move into screening one of the amazing projects by Haria, Wonder.
In those days, we had a remedy for everything, baby.
Hey, little one. What you so fussy for?
She's fussy because she's constipated.
For worms, make a ring around the baby navel with turpentine. If your child had mumps, rub sardine grease around their jaws, keep it from swelling.
Hello. Afternoon.
Especially for the boys, so it don't mess up his sex organs. Every year, they gave us sulfur and syrup to kill the germs. Under 12, you get a teaspoonful. Over 12, you get a tablespoon.
Reese, what?
Man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. We have a baby.
Every now and then, you come across an ailment that's a little more stubborn. Times like those require something a little special.
I wasn't saying that it was your fault. All right, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
Maybe I should go back to driving.
No. Maybe we can stay with Gigi for a little while?
Baby, you know this is a senior building. We can have visitors, but you're not supposed to stay long than 3 days.
Yeah, we understand, Grandma. We'll figure it out.
Please poop for mommy today to make me feel better. Please.
$20,000. It's a lot of money, though.
My wife was out of work last year. I was sick. But I'm in school now.
You got a week before the marshals come. You need money.
Hi, Tina and the baby.
Hey, Gigi. Yeah, she's good. She's just a little fussy because of her bowels.
I know your tummy hurts. Y'all try the Dr. Arthur that I sent you? All you need is a little bit, like a capful. Pour it in a bath water. It's strong, so a little goes a long way. The water gets up around the backside, loosen things up. I use it myself sometimes.
What am I gonna tell Mommy?
Hey, hon. Oh, there's my baby. Hey, hon. So what'd the lawyer say?
Good things. We got more time.
Really? Come on, move, girl. I gotta be. Hi.
Mommy got more time. Isn't she amazing?
Oh. What is all of this?
Well, I can't make a nice dinner for my wife.
And I was hungry too.
Oh, no. Wait.
Okay.
What was that?
Not it.
Are you done? Are you sure? What in the...
What is that?
I think she pooped gold.
You're sure? No, nothing happens if you put too much in the water? Okay, yeah. Grandma, can we call you back? We gotta take her to the doctor.
Tracy, she looks fine to me.
No, I know that it's short notice, but my daughter is sick. Did she poop again? Yeah, no, I...
Nora?
I understand. Yes. Yeah, do what you need to do. Where have you been? Why are you so happy? Teeny, how much is this? $5,000. Babe, it's $5,000. They were 24 karat gold. I sold all 3 of them downtown. Yo, I was like, it was unbelievable. The guys just asked me, where did these come from? Where'd you get them? It's like, mind your business. What this and that? How's she doing? I don't know. I mean, she seems normal. Well, you know what? Let's wait to go to the doctor. Teeny, something could seriously be wrong. But that's exactly why we should wait, right? Doesn't the doctor always say that? You know, wait a week and see if it passes? No. I already took off work. We might as well go. I'm gonna get her up. Reese, baby, what? What's wrong? The marshals are coming in a week. But if we get the money, we can stay. Can we please just wait? Please.
Everything came back normal.
Blood work and urine?
All normal levels.
Oh, maybe she needs a CAT scan or something.
Honestly, from what you described, I'm not alarmed. Sometimes baby stools are a little bit more solid after constipation. Let's monitor it for a week and we'll see if anything changes.
You know, I can't wait to see the look in his face when we put the money in his hands. We got like 2 or 3 days.
Who would believe this in a million years? Gold. What if we could buy a house one day?
House, land, cash. No mortgage. We own it. You know, got a little bit left.
No. Honey, promise me.
All right, I promise. Nothing?
Mm-mm. You know, maybe we should get boxes. We got money for storage and someplace temporary in case we need it.
She's gonna do it. I know it.
I think we're gonna work.
Damn.
The baby needs taser. The baby needs taser.
Okay. Damn.
Ooh, I gotta pee. Great. Thank you. Here, wait, I got an idea. What? Oh, hold on, wait. No, I gotta pee, Teeny. Okay. No. What?
Babe, here. Rub that on my butt. I figured something out. If the baby could do it, I could do it too, right?
Did she do it today?
No.
Baby.
Come on. Look. Rub it in with that. Rub it directly on my butt. Get it. Oh, get it directly in the hole. And then rub it with that. No. Come on.
Teeny.
Oh. I don't think she's gonna do it. Oh, babe. Come here.
Can I do it? Baby. I'm tripping, right? Mm-hmm. We'll be okay. Aren't we always?
Moving again.
You remember when I came home that night and you had fed Nora some chips for dinner?
You are never gonna let that go.
Should I?
I can't help it. That girl get hungry.
Wow. What's that? Look at this. That's my great-great-grandmother, Katie.
She's beautiful.
I always hated that picture.
$21,000?
I thought I'd live the last of my days in that building.
Gigi!
Movies go get all my things.
Yes,
Yes,
Grandma.
Hey.
Wait until you see the house. It's 4 bedrooms, one for each if we wanted. And there's land. There's lots of land.
Thank you for this, Gigi. You know, none of this would have happened without you.
Child, hush. Hush your mouth. That's my baby. Look, y'all use that egg tea and molasses. My grandmother used to give that to us every Sunday, and it worked wonders. Trust me. Well, she knows what she's
It'll
talking
work
about.
now. She does know what she's talking
Just
about.
like it did then. Where we going?
Come on,
You
let's
go
go
right here.
Let's-
Oh, I'm so proud.
In my day, we knew how to survive. Yes, we did.
Now everybody wanna talk about love, but nobody wanna give nothing up. I ain't no better with the same old story. Heartbreak again and again. With you I wanna make things right. Fresh page, a new chapter in life. I got my pen, let the story begin. With you and I. This time I'm putting all of my heart in. Gonna make sure that it's solid. Wrote it in the sand, but now I'm carving in cement. From here on out, I'm taking a stand. I'm choosing my fate. I'm taking your hand in mine. And we gon' make it through the storyline, through the ups and the downs. Something like a #1 bestseller. True love to the very last letter. Let's fill the shelves with our love. Oh, oh, something like a #1 bestseller. We gon' understand happily ever. With 2 hearts written in the stars, right down to the last page. I found you, now I'm starting over. Permanent ink gon' take us further and rewrite the tough times. Move on with our lives and erase our past. Oh, we both had our fill of sorrow, but I see joy in our tomorrow. We can weather any storm, coming strong. Can't go wrong.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully you all were able to enjoy that amazing screening of Wonders. That's one of my favorite movies. It's actually screening on film festivals right now. Couple of things. A, we realize that there may be a slight lag in the screenings. We are working on that. Again, give us grace, give us love. This is our first time doing this live, so appreciate all of you all who've been shouting us out and letting us know, those of you who are watching. Second, we out here, y'all. Y'all are giving. You are giving. As I shouted out, We might be almost at $1,000. So very, very grateful to those of you who have given. I know a few people in my community have shown up. I want to shout out Erin Goodwin. I want to shout out Mindy Homecoop, who made a donation in honor of her nephew. And I'm like, I just want to make sure I get this right, because he, as she shared, has been an avid lover of Black stories, Black content. And so I just want to celebrate Elijah Lewis. Mindy Homecoop gave money in your honor. So we just want to celebrate you. Your legacy is continuing to live on. So please, if you are just joining in, welcome. You are tuning into the BTFC's, the Black TV and Film Collective's first annual The Possibilities of Stories Telethon. And this is a love letter to the BTFC. My name is Kibi Anderson. I am the co-president of the BTFC board. I am your host for the day. And we run it. We're going to be here from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Pacific time. So please, thank you, welcome. And as I welcome our next guest on, I want to encourage you all to please give. If you are moved, if you see a project out there that speaks to your heart, please give. We are actively using Giving Tuesday to raise funds to support our mission, to elevate and support Black creatives to have sustainable careers in the entertainment industry, also to help us make your work, to help ensure that Black narratives and Black stories are still here. So I'm going to welcome Laura Fielder to the mix. Hopefully she is going to turn on her screen and get herself off of mute. Laura is one of the other founding members of the BTFC, official nonprofit organization. Laura, are you there? Where you at, Laura? Come on. Welcome. There she is. All right, we can't hear you. You got to get off mute.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
There we are. Yes, we can hear
Hi.
you. Definitely. Awesome. And do I hear? Okay, cool. Welcome, Laura. How you doing on this Giving Tuesday? First of all, you looking fabulous. Look at this.
Thank you,
the glasses, the jewelry. Bring it. Bring it.
Thank you. Thank you, Kibi.
It's so good to see you. Laura and I literally probably would talk every day for years in the early stages of the board. She is no longer working on the board actively, but if I could tell y'all, one of the foundational members who helped us get this organization from a programming perspective tight. Laura, how many of our programs did you personally lead in the early days of the BTFC?
Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. I can't count. It's quite a few. It's quite a few. And the reason why I created programs, because I needed the programs. And I figured if I needed it, other people needed the programs. And so with the BTFC, our attitude, one of our perspectives is that if I need something, that means it's needed for the community, and let's build something around that. And we found that people came to the program. One of my favorite programs that I created was the Workday. And that was because
tell us about the Workday.
Yeah. That was because as a single mother, I could not make time for myself in a way that I said, okay, let me just go right. And I just hear kids just yelling. And so I said, if I make an appointment, if I make a date for myself and I commit to it, and other people could commit to it, I can create that space to write. And so the Workday is one of my favorite things that I've created. I mean, it's small, but it's big at the same time.
Well, no, you're highlighting, I think, such an important element. Making content is hard, especially if you got a whole other life, right? You're talking about you were a mother, you had kids. Many of our members had, other things that they had to do to be able to support their families, meet their responsibilities. And so this online work date, and for those of you who are tuning in, this is a big feature that we offer to our members, even today, an accountability. You had no excuse, because at the same day, every week at a certain time, you could log on, and Laura is the one who, organized this for us, and find other people who are writing, right? Like to know that there was somebody else out there who was working just as hard, who was struggling just as hard to get to the table, to complete those pages, to get that script done, or whatever specific project you were working on. So, hey, we just want to say Thank you, Laura, because it was
No
the heart
problem.
and blood and sweat and tears of people like you who understood the assignment, right? It's like, if other people out here need this, I'm sure there are other folks. I'm sorry, if I need this, I'm sure there are other people out there. So when you think about the BTFC, what is it that makes you proud? You know, you were there in the beginning, right? We've been out here for 8 years. What is it that makes you proud of what we've created?
Wow. Usually when you just do the work to get things done, you're not looking at the impact. You're not looking at the whole arc of it. And when I look back at the BTFC, it was just a couple of people like-minded coming together and say, you know, I need this. I need this support. I need people in my corner. I need to see people like me who are struggling to do this, who want to do this. And when I look at the national, international appeal, the fact that we're impacting so many things in the industry, that people are now looking at, yes, we're going to have Black creators, we want to have Black producers, the fact that we have a producing program, the fact that we have people from Canada, you know, from Africa, from Europe, saying we need this. This is not just a local phenomenon in New York, but this is a global need. Black story is an important story. I mean, this is a story that we need to tell, because it defines us and lets other people see us. And it was something that has been, it's just something that I needed as a child. You know, I'm not, you know, a youngin', my kids are adults, but I started creating because I wanted to see stories for Black girls that my kids didn't see. And so it's a necessity. It is
absolutely
food for the soul.
Yes. And you are just are beautifully articulating just the evolution, right? We started maybe like 20 of us in New York. We are now 3,000 people in our global community. We have chapters in New York, LA, launching in Atlanta next year. So again, that is something to celebrate. And to your point, the need is there. You know, one of our core missions is about achieving parity in Hollywood. Only 4% right now of senior positions creatively producing, you know, senior producers, showrunners, you know, major folks who have the power to hire talent, to hire crew, are Black. Yeah, we make up almost 14% of the population. So that delta we've got to close, because the data shows that if you empower somebody who is Black, they will hire other people who are Black. They will give other people who are Black shots. So I just want to say thank you for just giving your time, you know, and I think that's what makes the BTFC so beautiful. We are a collective, right? Like, it's about the collective action. And the reason why we are still here, the reason why people are able to give today is because of the seeds planted by people like you early on. So, you know, I just want to celebrate you. What you doing? You know, you are no longer an active board member, and we knew it was, you know, as with everything, folks, we're about leveling up, right? So Laura served on the board, and she was like, Hebe, I need to go because I got some stuff to create. So let us know what you're working on right now.
Well, from a creative perspective, because I'm still doing like nonprofit work, but from a creative perspective, I'm doing a lot of writing, because I took time to start writing feature length, and I've won some competitions in it. But lately too, let me just back up. I am a trained musicologist. I am a trained music historian. Prior to being a filmmaker, and 2 music docs content just fell in my lap. A gentleman had documented hip hop from the 90s to the mid 2000s, and came to me. It's like, I want to, you know, create a story out of it. And then there's the whole rock movement, female rock movement. And so they just fell in my lap. And I said, you know something, let me just go back to my roots as a music historian. And then because I'm a narrative storyteller, I can create these stories. And it just literally fell in my lap. I wasn't even looking for it. And so that's my writing, my horror story, and that. So I just have
that's the seeds, Laura. Them seeds you plant in the BTFC. I'm all about, you plant the seeds, you sow it, right? You planted the seeds in the BTFC, and now you are sowing opportunities beyond. That is what we're about, y'all. So this is what it means, the impact. Look at that delta. Laura came in and was a mother raising 3 kids, not enough time to actually write a script. 2, now she got 3 projects coming in just because she's out there, she's putting the energy. This is what the BTFC is about. It's the community telling you, you can do this. We're going to create space for you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to pour into you. So I just want to celebrate you. And I also want to make a shout out. I just heard from my people. We crossed $1,000, y'all. So come on, please, please. This is about doubling your impact. As I shared, if you give now, our board has committed $25,000 in matching funds. So that means for every dollar you give, we get another dollar. You get to double your impact. So please, 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 if you're so moved, help people like Laura, help people like Sydney, who was on before, Haria, obviously our founder. I mean, I can't even tell you of the amazingness in terms of her trajectory. Haria started, again, few people trying to make it happen. She is now a Sundance award-winning producer. She has several features. She's now writing and directing herself, right? Again, this is about leveling up. So Laura, we gonna show something of yours. I'm excited, right?
Thank you.
Again, it's about experiencing.
Give and give, because only we can do it for ourselves. We can't wait on other people. And just building the foundation, the infrastructure, the just platform will allow us to tell our stories always. So thank you.
Absolutely.
And give.
And encourage, and make sure that the stories exist, right?
Yes.
So that kids and kids and kids of future generations are able to see themselves. And that's really what's important. All right. So Laura, we are screening your film, The Company You Keep. I'm so excited to be able to let the world see this. And thank you. Again, I just want to say thank you. As another person who was in them trenches with you, I appreciate you, because you were so much of the backbone of this organization, and you continue to be amazing. So go out and continue to be great. All right. So everyone, listen, please. I am more than just excited to introduce you to The Company You Keep by Laura Felder. Bye, Laura.
Bye.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Natasha. You still coming, right?
I want to go, but
You're not backing out this time.
no, I don't want to be in your way.
What? I only invited my VIPs. Mom, a few cousins. Aunt Pauline invited herself. She's a hot mess. At least we'll have entertainment. It's just me right now.
I am still waiting for a delivery, for my collection.
On a Saturday night. I know you love your dolls and all, but they can't keep you company. Repeat after me. Natasha is gonna turn up at Sean's new place.
Natasha is going to turn up at Sean's new place.
I'm not holding a funeral.
Natasha's going to turn up at Sean's new place.
Again.
Natasha's going to turn up at Sean's new place.
That's how we do it.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in 20 minutes.
If not, I'm calling you back.
You don't have to do that.
That's what family do. We look out for each other. Love you. See you in 20.
Natasha's going to turn up at Sean's new place, Natasha. It's going to turn up. Natasha's going to turn up at Sean's new place. Natasha is gonna turn up. Natasha's gonna turn up at Sean's new place. Natasha. I know I can handle this. I know I can handle this. I know I can handle this. Gosh, just okay. So then you just go out, and then all you have to do is just look good, and then I know Sean's gonna really. Hey, Sean.
Everybody's here. I mean, you probably don't want to be here anyway. I mean, 'cause what are they going to think when they see you?
I really do want to come.
Nobody's going to notice you anyway.
Shit, my skirt. Oh,
Well, that's okay. I think I can find someone who will talk with me.
Mom told me not to be bothered with you.
Does Aunt Betty really think that about me?
Aunt Pauline is here. She knows you're still a virgin, and she's telling everybody here that your pussy is filled with cobwebs.
Please don't say that to me. But you still want me there, right?
What do you think?
Nobody wants you at the party. Nobody likes you, Natasha. They're talking behind your back.
That's not true. Sean accepts and loves you for who you are.
Are you really that needy?
Trust in yourself, Natasha.
Stop it. Do you really want to know what Sean thinks of you?
Go and be free.
I can see it now. Aunt Pauline whispering in people's ear about how your poon is collecting dust. And everybody getting a kick out of it.
Follow your heart, Natasha.
With all that hard-earned money you spent on her, you'd think she'd have your back.
I hate being by myself.
Of course. Nobody wants to be alone, nor disrespected.
Maybe I can call Marjorie. She may wanna hang out. What if she says no?
What if she says yes?
You hardly know her. Friendships develop over time.
There's no time like the present.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Marjorie, this is Natasha. We met at the doll convention, but we haggled over the Cassie change my diaper doll. The reason I'm calling is that when? It's me, Natasha. Oh, you're driving to Virginia with your husband and kids. Okay, I want to say that I thought I wasn't gonna be there on Monday.
For fuck's sake, lady! There's no Diana in this number.
Okay. You're stressed. Stay home and do something relaxing. Take a deep breath. In and out. A nice warm bubble bath and a hot cup of tea should do you just fine. Self-care is so important.
It's a trap. Are you really celebrating your loneliness?
Go to the party. Be around people who know and love you.
This heifer think you should be around people who have utter contempt for you.
You have to be good to yourself before others can be good to you.
But Boo Boo the fool over there doesn't want you to have a social life at all.
Go to the party. Sean loves and accepts you for who you are.
Make the phone call.
Go to the party.
Make the phone call.
Answer the phone.
How long have we known each other?
Since middle school.
I haven't known you that long, but I'm always here for you.
Same here.
I was in the trenches when nobody wanted you. You were the stupid girl who really does stupid stuff.
I'm not stupid.
No, you're not. But you're going to tell me that never happened. I was the one who showed you how to get people to like you. Taught you how not to be like those other useless and trifling bitches.
Walk out the door.
Be good to yourself.
Are you going to listen to these feel-good, homily-sprouting Johnny-come-lately? I guess you don't need me anymore.
It's up to you. Sean wants to see you. Natasha, go to the party. Hey, you can always call somebody else to go to your party. Stay home.
Sean loves an exception for who you are.
Go
to the party. Sean loves an exception for who you are. Go to the party.
Natasha, I'm always here for you, like I promised. Where are your friends?
Natasha, answer the phone.
How many times are you going to be nice to people and allow them to stomp on your dreams? It was me who protected you. Get rid of them.
Natasha, you need to pick up the phone now.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Your pussy is filled with cobwebs. Is that what you want to hear? Get rid of them. They're the ones who make you feel worthless and all alone. They're the ones that remind you that you are never good enough, that nobody wants you. You're not worth the time of day. You could never do anything right. Not worth loving a trifling, useless, selfish bitch because you want to do things that you enjoy. How does it feel?
They got what they deserved.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Natasha, thank God. I've been calling you for over an hour. Have you checked my messages? Did you read any of my texts? Are you alright? Should I be worried? Natasha, say something. Natasha, say something. Natasha, say something.
Welcome back, everyone. Listen, I love Laura's stuff. Laura Felder, we just watched a screening of The Company You Keep, and it just gives you the like immediate, all the goodness. So that's about the levels. That's about the types of content, the variety of content you're going to see. We got a little bit of horror. We got a little bit of, wonders, a little bit more magic, kind of family friendly. But that's the beauty of the BTFC. We are able to elevate so many different kind of stories. And so up next, I am excited to bring on two people. First of all, I want to welcome Okima Timor, who is going to help me co-moderate this conversation. She is another board member, a fellow person who's been in these trenches, making it happen, and our featured member, Bethel Dixon. She is the person we're going to have a conversation with about her experience working at the BTFC as one of our inaugural Black Producers Fellows. This is a program that we work tirelessly. I remember me and Haria, the founder, literally in the trenches. How are we going to bring money in? How are we going to get this thing going? Because we need to have more Black producers out there to be able to help facilitate more projects. And we were able to make it happen by the amazing support of some amazing sponsors out there. I want to shout out Wavelength Pictures, who really made this happen. And Bethel is one of our folks. So welcome, Akima. Welcome, Bethel. How y'all feeling on this Giving Tuesday?
I'm feeling good. Thank you. Akima, so good to see you.
Hi, baby. How are you? I missed you.
Good for you. I missed you too. Truly. It's great to see you too, Kibby. This is such a great event. BTFC is always like doing the most in a good way with programming. So really excited to be a part of this.
Awesome. All right, Kima, I'm going to pass the mic to you so you can facilitate this conversation.
First thing. Well, first of all, thank you, Kibi. Thank you for, your team and the tireless work that's happened to go into this event. So thank you. Bethel, welcome.
Hey.
First of all, how's the baby? Because, that's the first thing I want to know.
She's doing great.
We helped Bethel deliver a film baby, and then she delivered a whole, real baby.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bethel, and when I tell you that I am so proud of her growth, for the Producers Fellowship, I helped run that fellowship. I was a mentor to the fellows, and it was just such an awesome experience. It was our first one, so there were some growing pains, but that's like that with anything. But right. Bethel, I watched you go from this baby producer to out here making all the things on the internet. Talk to me a little bit about what made you want to be a part of the fellowship.
Definitely BTFC's mission. I think so. Let's see if I rewind time a little bit. That was 2020 when you all put out sort of the application period for the window, right? And I hadn't heard of BTFC before that. Excuse me, but it came across on social media. I was like, wow, this sounds like a really dope, opportunity. And then as I started to look into the Black TV and Film Collective more, I was really, really impressed with just the mission and the vision and the intentionality behind why you all were doing this program specifically for Black producers, which I think I've heard a couple people say earlier on in the day that, there's not in the landscape of fellowships and programs and things like that, you oftentimes don't find things that are focused on producers as much as you do some of the other, roles. So that was really exciting. And that really made me want to be a part of that. And so I was really fortunate that, the script for here and, working with our director, James Anthony, that we were selected as a team and that we were part of the program. I mean, being a part of the Producers Fellowship really did establish and I think also just change the trajectory of my producing career, in particular, thanks to our mentors like yourself, Akima, who to this day I still text with questions, and just somebody that I really look up to highly, yourself, Haria, Mercedes, and all of the different mentors that each of us were fortunate to work with. So it was really impactful, truly.
Nice. And then talk to me a little bit about, I know that, you worked with James Anthony, and a lot of us may know James as, the big celebrity photographer, but this was an opportunity for James to come in and be the director. Talk to me a little bit about how you felt, or if you felt supported as a producer and learning about that director relationship with a producer, because part of the BTFC's mission is not just to provide opportunity, but also to provide support and information and education and how these relationships work out here. Because everybody wants to be these things, but they don't always know the intricacies of how they work. Do you feel like you got the support you needed as a new or burgeoning producer and working with your director? Because that's important.
Yeah, I definitely did. And, fortunate, James and I were friends before we started collaborating on different creative projects. So we already had a really solid, camaraderie and just creative, I think, synergy there, which really served as a strong foundation for working on the project together. And BTFC was, again, very intentional about giving the producers mentors, but also giving the directors mentors. And so, as we were sort of creating the world of Mahela, or Meskram, our actress who was played by Mahela, I feel like I was very much supported in all of the different nuances of, producing and working with directors and working with all of the different, heads of departments. And I can't say that there was ever a time where I felt like I was lacking in any area, if we ever were up against a problem we needed to solve, we had, so many people there to help us solve that problem, and not only just solve it, but solve it well. So absolutely, Okima, I know you were one of the most instrumental voices as we moved through production and post-production. So thank you again for that.
No, of course, of course. And then the names that you're talking, Meskerem and Mahela, what was it like to be able to bring your culture into this experience? Because we always talk about how we are the Black TV and Film Collective, and we are here for diasporic peoples. So how did it feel to be able to bring your culture into your experience?
It felt really great. And I want to say that's what set us apart, right? Because, the sort of call to action that we were responding to, right, was telling a story about the Black youth experience of education in the United States. And so at that time, especially, gosh, there were so many different ways you can slice and dice that, that prompt, if you will. And for me, like someone who grew up as a daughter of immigrants, a first generation American, that has always been my POV, right? And so as part of the work that I do, and as part of sort of my personal mission in filmmaking and storytelling, it is to spotlight those untold stories. And I think that it was really cool to see across the 6 films how everyone told that in different ways. And for our film in particular, centering the story on a first generation Ethiopian American girl who's starting her first day of middle school in the US, who has an immigrant mother at home, who's doing all she can to support her. And if you haven't seen the film, she encounters some cultural bias. And so
they're gonna see it today, girl.
There you go, right? We're screening it soon. So you'll see it if you haven't seen it already. But it was really fantastic because I think one of the biggest takeaways for us was that, yes, we centered it on an Ethiopian story, but we had so many people that were part of our cast who, were from all different backgrounds. And while we were filming, there were parents, or there was somebody who was Eastern European who was like, I identify with this. When I came to the US and when I was in school, people were butchering my name. And so obviously, our focus was on, Ethiopian, and as a sort of offshoot from that, all African sort of nations who have experienced that as first generation in the United States. But it was really cool to see that different parts of the diaspora could identify with the story and really, take away some really great learning as part of that, or just not even learning. I would say just seeing yourself reflected, seeing sort of the things that you've overcome reflected, that matters. And that goes a long way. And so, again, like when I think about the production grant we had that facilitated us being able to bring this story to life, those dollars and cents that BTFC, is working hard to raise, they matter, they go a long way. And they really do, have an impact on great stories being told.
Well, thank you so much, Bethel. You were an awesome mentee, and you are now doing all these great things out there. Please let the people know where they can find you, and then we're going to shoot to your film. Folks, you're hearing it from her mouth. These dollars that we raise are really important to be able to fortify and support producers like Bethel and others, and like you guys. So if you want, you can text real easy to give. You can text the BTFC at 53555 for your donation. Bethel, tell them where they can find you, and then we're going to watch here.
You can find me on Instagram at Bethel T. Dixon. You can also find the film on Instagram at here_short film. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the film. Thanks, Okima.
Thank you, Yumoria. We are ready to watch Bethel Dixon and James's Here.
Mascaran, I'm always telling you to get up early. Is she? Hurry up. You can't be late.
I know. I'm coming.
Maskie, Are you planning to go inside the mirror?
No, I was just checking myself out. It is the first day of school.
Hara, checking yourself out? Way good. Check out your books. Dolo, come on. Hurry. Go. Thank you. Miss Kamali, don't worry for small things. Okay, we are lucky. You have a scholarship to a good school. Baka, just be yourself. She? Okay. Hurry up. Can't be late.
Oh, shoot!
Good morning, students. Welcome to your first day of middle school. Let's jump right in. When you hear your name called, stand up and say, "Here," to introduce yourselves. Michael.
Here.
Here. Come on. Come on in. Get in here, early bird. Take a seat. We're just getting started. Charlotte.
Here.
I'm so happy to have you, Charlotte. I remember teaching your sister. Send your parents a hello, please. Musk. Muskream. Well, this one's not so easy. Kind of looks like muskrat. Settle down.
Here.
There you are. Pronounce your name, dear. It's a bit of a tongue twister.
It's mascara.
Beautiful. Why don't we call you M for short, to make things less difficult?
Oh, no, it's okay. You can call me mascara.
Everlay.
Here, it's actually Everly.
My mistake. Thank you, dear. I'll make sure to remember. Let's move on with our morning. Each one of you will find a name tag on your desk. Take out a marker, and if you don't have one, borrow from a friend. Write your name down, and place the tag on your shirt. I'll be splitting you into small groups in a moment.
Hey, can I borrow your marker for a sec?
You from Africa? Fresh off the boat. Saeed, I'm just playing.
Ha ha. So funny. Forgot to laugh.
What's up, Mimi?
Leave her alone, Jordan. Ignore him. I'll get him back in PE. Oh my gosh, I love TLC. Really? Me too.
What's your favorite song? Duh, Waterfalls. You? What about your friends? You're pretty cool. Just ignore Jordan. He's always making jokes. And Charlotte, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. Got it. What's your name? Jimena. Didn't Jordan call you Mimi? Yeah, but only at school. My name is Jimena. Mrs. Hill made it easier for everyone else, too. I guess it just kind of stuck. I just ignore it. Is it really that hard to call me my real name?
Anything I should know, Em?
I don't like being called M.
Well, I have a class full of students with names to memorize, so M will do, unless it becomes a problem.
No, I don't think that should be a problem.
Good.
For you to call me Mascaram.
Hi, Sue. It's Mrs. Hill. Can I get the number of a parent? Yeah, the child is Mescaram.
Excuse me, I'm looking for my daughter, Mascaram. Mrs. Hill's class. Yes. Mascaram? What's going on? You got detention for bad attitude? It doesn't even sound like you. What happened?
My teacher called me a muskrat and then renamed me M.
A what?
A muskrat. It's an animal. She couldn't say my name, then told me it was too hard, and said everyone will call me M instead.
This country? Wait.
Then, this boy asked me if I was from Africa and said I was fresh off the boat.
He's a dummy. Bahia, just ignore him. Listen, Mascara. You know, I named you after your grandma. And she was the most beautiful woman. Very strong. She never let anybody steal her joy. Nobody. And neither should you. Your name, Mascara, is who you are. Never let anybody else decide who that would be. You make them see you, not who they think they see. Kapashi Negod?
Good morning, students.
Good morning.
Welcome back to school. My name is Miss McConan, and I can't wait to get to know each and every one of you. I believe you are Christopher, right?
Yes.
And are you Amber?
Yes.
And how do we say your name?
Tadiwa.
Tadiwa. Where's your name from?
From Guyana.
Oh, Guyana. What does your name mean?
My mom says that it means wind.
Wow, that's lovely. Okay, let's all practice saying Tadiwa's name together.
Tadiwa.
Okay, quick story time. You all know me as Miss McConan, but my first name is Mascaram. Mascaram means September, and my family's from Ethiopia. We already know that Tadiwa's name comes from Guyana and that it means wind, and that's so beautiful. So your first assignment for the year is to go home and ask your parents why they named you what they named you, and where your names came from, and we'll share tomorrow. How does that sound?
Good.
And I want us to always remember to be proud of who we are and that everyone is welcome here and out there.
Slipping from their tongue, an identity undone, a label they call me in vain, mispronounced and minimized to abbreviate my pride, but I won't answer to that name, 'cause I'm here, and when fear tries to define me, my name, it reminds me I'm here. No, it isn't all the same. There's only one I'll ever claim, and I won't answer to that name. No, I won't answer to that name. They may squint and scrutinize, ooh, the me in their eyes, but I know from where I came. But as long as I'm alive, I'll hold my head up high, and I'll live up to my name, for I'm here. And when fear tries to define me, my name, it reminds me I'm here. No, it isn't all the same. There's only one I'll ever claim. No, I won't answer to that name. No, I won't answer to that name.
Yo, oh my goodness. Answer to that name. As somebody who has endured the uncomfortable experience of people mispronouncing my name, I want to say a big shout out to Bethel for that movie. Yeah, hopefully you were able to see here. Again, that was a presentation of one of the amazing projects that came out of our producers fellowship, our Black Producers Fellowship. So listen, I want to shout out because this is a fundraiser. If y'all just tuning in, my name is Kiwi Anderson. I am your host for the day. You have joined the BTFC, the Possibilities of Stories, Giving Tuesday Telethon. And I got some thank yous to make. Listen, can I shout out who we got? Kalila Arthur and Bethel Dixon, one of our members who's still showing love by giving money to the organization. Y'all helped us cross $2,000 with your donations. You know, it's just breakfast on the West Coast. So I just want to shout that out. We are doing good work. So thank you for putting your dollars where your mission, where your heart sits. And oh my goodness, guess what? I just heard that Effie Brown, one of our amazing advisory board members, also just came through with another donation, $1,000, and now we are almost at $25,000 raised. You guys, that is 5% of our goal. 5% of our goal. We're trying to raise $50,000 today. Thank you, Effie, for that amazing donation. And it's still breakfast here. Yeah, I was just woofing down some eggs and some turkey bacon in the middle to make sure that I can sustain myself. So thank you. Again, if you are just joining us, please, our board is matching. Our board is matching up to $25,000. For every dollar you give, they will match it with another dollar, which means you can double your impact. So let's turn this 25K into 50K. Let's do this, y'all. Please, if you're seeing content that's moving you, if you're hearing stories from our members, from our supporters that are helping you understand the impact that we are making in this space, please give. We appreciate any amount. So absolutely, you can text BTFC, those letters, BTFC, to 53555. Again, text BTFC. You can also set up a team if you want to pull together a community of folks in your network today. You've got all day. It's just 10:30. It's just 10:40 here on the West Coast. You can go to our, if you go to the page, if you're tuning in now, you'll see a link that says you can create your own team. Please come up with a cool name, be creative, bring a few folks together that you are connected with, that you think will resonate with our mission, and absolutely fundraise together, turn it into a competition, whatever makes this a fun experience for you. We are inviting you to do that. All right. We are actually able to bring on our amazing board member, Effie. She is a powerhouse producer. She is somebody who has been in this business for so long. I will let the video speak for itself as we tune into this conversation, but excited to welcome FPT Brown to the Giving Tuesday Telethon to tell you why she messes with the BTFC. Right. Effie, first of all, you guys, we are so excited to have the powerhouse, the effervescent, the queen of the world, Miss FPT Brown, coming to us for Giving Tuesday, the telethon. This is a conversation I'm so excited to have. For y'all who might be new to this, Effie is not new to this. She is true to this. And we are just excited to have her not only to talk about the BTFC, but because she is an advisory board member of the Black TV and Film Collective. And so we're excited to have somebody with her stature, with her cachet, with her experience. And this one has seen it all, the ups and downs. Just come.
And I felt I'm like, girl, where have you been?
I do just want to, exactly, no, I do just want to shout out that Miss Effie had a birthday recently. So I'm going to send her a big birthday wish just to let her know that we love you and we are grateful for your gift to the world. But Effie, okay, so let's just get started here. I know I gave a little bit of a shout out, but I would love to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself personally and to share how you came to the BTFC. Kind of what was your journey to us?
Excellent. All right. So I'm so glad to be here talking with you, and we will be raising this money. That's what this is all about. And before I start talking long, I'm giving $1,000. So count me in for that. I'm already And if somebody wants to show me up, go a little higher. We'll do tit for tat. Love it. But
absolutely
excited to be a part of it. And I believe that we need to put our money where our mouth is, and our courage and our convictions, all of that. We need resources to back it up. And the BTFC is a place that is able to back it up and help us do that. So anyway, that's my one little high five proselytizing. So we can talk about me. So anyway, no.
So, this is why we love her, you guys.
I'm just like, what do you think about me? No. So anyway, I'm like, no. So I'm really happy to be here. I've been the CEO of Game Changer Films for a while, which, in our sort of mission has really sort of dovetailed with each other, where we are really trying to amplify marginalized voices, because for real, nobody's checking for us right now. I don't know if you've taken a look to the left or to the right. If we aren't doing it for ourselves, there isn't anyone else who's going to be, I'll just say it, I'll be strong about it. If we don't save ourselves, no one else is. So it's time for us to save ourselves and to put our money where our mouth is, and actually even our sweat equity where we believe in our beliefs. So anyway, so what's so interesting, and I have to say, Haria is
our lovely founder.
Yes, I gotta say, I was literally smitten with her when I saw, in a very platonic way. I don't want her wife to get me in trouble. But anyway, I don't want to get in trouble, because she'll be like, what, girl? I'm like, no, but in a very platonic, loving way. I saw her, and we were friends for a while. And then I kept seeing this on Instagram and what she was doing. And I think we were at Sundance, and I was like, what is this? What are you doing? And she was like, oh yeah, the BTFC. And I was like, okay, no, I don't know. Help me out. And then so she hipped me to it all. And I was like, absolutely and unequivocally, where have I been? And then she was like, well, you're a little West Coast. And I was like, okay, that was hurtful. Right now she's like, but I know they're doing more. You know, we, because I'm advisory board member, are doing more on the West Coast, but it felt that it was mostly like an East Coast thing. And she's like, nope, we're going West Coast. And I was like, excellent, I'm here. So that's it. So that's my long-winded. I know you said you only have 5 minutes and I've just taken up 20. Welcome.
It's listen, Effie, we can listen to you talk for days.
But you shouldn't. But anyway, but that's
yeah.
I love it. It's all good.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to celebrate a couple of things. Just shout out to Haria. It's always been about community from the beginning, partnership from the beginning. So via that spirit, we were able to connect with folks like Effie to come on board to the BTFC team. The other thing is, Effie highlights our expansion, right? Like we have been able, by the grace of so much amazing support, expand our presence. We started in New York. Now we're in LA. We actually are launching an ATL-based chapter. So I just want to articulate the fact that, Effie and a lot of our advisory board members who are on the West Coast are really giving us the entree into rooms and spaces that we need to be able to continue to push, advance our mission. And Effie, I want to ask you kind of a follow-up to something you shared, because you talked about how our missions are aligned, and there is a lot of it. I have admired Effie for years. I was a baby producer when I came out, and she was sort of bigger than life, doing things that were all about what we stand for, helping Black creatives have sustainable careers in the industry. And so I just want to ask you, why is that so necessary today?
It is really necessary today. And there's a couple things, I have to say, I don't want to age myself out, but I did recently have a birthday and I didn't turn off my phone. How ghetto fabulous is that? You know what I mean? You can't. I'm still Jersey.
We are live,
no matter
we are
what.
live.
I'm still Jersey, no matter what, baby. And then Echo Park. No, but I was just thinking that, I know, even though I've been around for a long time, I really wish I had an organization like this when I was coming up. And granted, I've been around, I was saying, for a minute now. It's really important because I feel that if there were other producers, people who are crew, it's not just for producers and directors, it's for people who are in the business of this business we call show, right? You know what I mean? To take a waiting for government line. If to have that support, to have the education, to have that just when community is really big. Also, it's networking, because we make no bones about it. It really is girl, you need to talk to so-and-so over there. Don't go to that person because they're not feeling us, but go to this person because they are. Tell them I said, hey, and then you're in. That's how this business works. It's all about relationships. And if you're the lonely only, as I was the lonely only for, it feels like, since Jesus was a baby, you know what I mean? Now that I can look to the left or the right, I'm like, hey, there's more of us in the room. That means that we get to be more amplified. That means that we don't have to be the weight of every story is you represent all Black people. You know what I mean? And you're like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's that's a big responsibility because we're not a monolith, right? So that's why organizations like this are so important, because it amplifies. We are Black creatives, but we are not all the same. We have different points of view, which makes us beautiful, which makes storytelling even more beautiful, which is why this organization, I'm really ride or die for it.
Yes. Oh, this is why I love you. I love you. And I just want to shout out some of your credits. You keep saying you've been here for a long time, but you've been making stuff happen. Real women have curves. Dear white people, Project Greenlight, y'all. Effie was the first one who looked like us in a position of power on Project Greenlight, the original version. So I know Miss Issa Rae has brought it back, but like I said, Effie, original pioneer, and the BTFC is so grateful for folks like you who were there, right? You were there when you were the only, and the opportunity for us to create a different path forward for people now is what we're so grateful for, definitely. So, all right, Effie, I'm going to say a statement, and I'd love for you to just really quickly describe what that means to you. Imagine a world without Black storytellers.
Ooh, that'll be it'll be boring. That's a story. That's all we need to say. It'll be very pedestrian.
That's what we heard. All right,
exactly,
y'all. So
I'm trying to stick to my Christian values. So that's all.
Definitely. All right. Well, Effie, listen, we are just so grateful you were able to come by. would love for you, as we wrap up our conversation, to just maybe share why you think somebody who maybe is new to the BTFC, maybe doesn't even really know much about the inside tracks of Hollywood, should still give today, should still support the BTFC.
Well, this is what I feel. I think you absolutely should support the BTFC, whether or not you're in the industry or not, because it's all about amplifying voices, whether you're in the corporate world, like making widgets, whether you're in the service industry, whether you are telling stories. Stories do make the world go round. Stories are a reflection of you, no matter where you are. And don't you want to see yourself and your experience reflected? So let's put our money where our mouth is, right? And like, you deserve to be reflected. You don't have to be a producer or a director with any of these other things, but you can contribute. And that's what we do best. As when we come together as a community, there is no stopping us. So thank you.
Mic drop, mic drop. Thank you so much for joining us, Effie.
Thank
We
you.
cannot wait to work more with you, continue to advance our mission together, all right?
Awesome
Thank you,
sauce.
everybody. Shout out Effie,
Bye.
check her
Thank
out.
you.
When I think about a friendship breakup, I think about it like a cycle. We start with the friendship. There's the incident or incidents that lead to the breakup.
I felt like we were kind of butting heads a lot. So we would like have conversations about it. Things would be awkward.
Me and my last friend that I had to break up with, unfortunately, we had been friends for 14 years. It's be the long ones that hurt so much.
And then there's grief.
We don't think about the grief related to losing this important person in the same ways.
We decide if we want to repair or release this friendship.
If she elected to leave, what does that say about how funny I am, how lovable I am?
And then we go on to create new friendships. But how do we feel and how do we heal?
We're learning how to live our lives without each other.
This documentary answers those questions. I'm doing this documentary about friendship breakups and how we heal from them because it is a very personal experience that I've had, and this was my way of healing. I hope that this provides you with validation for your experience. I hope you feel seen in this. I hope you feel heard in this. And I hope that you know that you are not alone in your experience.
Interview, scene 7, take 1.
When I think about a friendship breakup, I think about it like a cycle. We start with the friendship. There's the incident or incidents that lead to the breakup, and then there's grief. We decide if we want to repair or release this friendship, what's our new life like, and then we go on to create new friendships. But how do we feel and how do we heal? This documentary answers those questions. This last friendship breakup came, last year we had been friends for 14 years. And I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say we weren't like best friends, but we were close friends because we had been friends for so long. And over the years, I started to kind of realize that she didn't show up for me the way that she would show up for others. There was a group of us, right? And I feel like within our group, there were groups within the group. So sometimes I would feel left out, but I felt like she treated other people in the group different than me. But I had this desire to be closer to her, like especially after the pandemic. I remember just trying to call her, trying to FaceTime, trying to show up, trying to support her, and that wasn't reciprocated. And at the time, I didn't realize that reciprocation was actually something that was important to me. Historically, I just let things go. I know it's a trauma response. I just kind of try to say, okay, this is who they are. Let me adjust accordingly. The more work that I've done on myself, I realize like, just because we've been friends for a long time doesn't mean you have to keep the same position that you had in my life. Throughout this documentary, you'll meet some amazing Black women who have experienced friendship breakups, and they're ready to share their story. I can't hear.
I can't. I can't hear.
We'll see.
I can hear you now. No, now I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. I could hear you for like 5 seconds and then I couldn't hear you anymore. No. There it is. I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, awesome. Oh no, I think this is what's happening. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I think my earphones are causing problems. Let me turn these off. Can you hear me, Diamond?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, here we go. All right. Listen, it's live. It's live, y'all. We are figuring it out. So I just want to welcome Diamond Williamson. And I see, is Karen? I see Karen on. Okay. I just want to see welcome Diamond Williamson. That was her amazing project that we screened prior to this. So welcome, Diamond. Now I am excited because I probably love everybody here, but I especially have a heart for Diamond. She and I came together through kind of a separate thing. And then I was able to share with you the Black TV Film Collective. You checked it out. And before I knew it, Diamond was on panels. Diamond was dropping knowledge. Diamond was bringing what the BTFC is all about, showing up, not waiting, not asking for permission. So welcome, my friend. I would love to just ask you to introduce yourself to the people who are tuning in, tell them about you, all of the things that make you amazing as a creator.
Oh my God, thank you so much. My name is Diamond. I'm a human, obviously. I'm an artist, I'm a storyteller, I'm a director, and I really feel called here to this earth to tell Black women's stories and the stories of our human experiences, separate from what we do and who we serve and our relation to other people. It's who are we as Black women? And so I think what makes me amazing is that I'm me. Whatever that is. But
that's enough, girl.
I'm very thankful to have met you and connected with you and to be here now.
Absolutely, definitely. And so just tell us a little bit about how you come to the desire to make the film, the project we just saw. I know it was a snippet, it wasn't the whole thing, but just tell us a little bit about the story, the piece that we just watched.
Well, I over time, my therapist has told me, use your art to heal. And I have in small ways, but when I had a friendship breakup last year of somebody who really meant a lot to me, it was just so painful. I felt so lonely in my experience. And the more I talked about it with other people, the more I was like, oh, maybe I should tell this story. And the process of creating the story really helped me with my healing. I'm so thankful for it.
Yes. And your film, I think, really beautifully embodies what we are looking to overcome here at the BTFC, right? This idea of trauma folks may have experienced, trying to make content in this, world right now, just trying to use content to process and heal. I think as Black creators, given some of the challenges we're facing, everything ranging from George Floyd, kind of the onslaught of diversity programs, just COVID, the statistics of our stories of suffering and trauma are off the charts when we compare them to other folks, and so I'm so grateful for you just providing the audience an opportunity to see how much these stories matter, right? I often ask a lot of folks when I've been talking to, when I say the statement, imagine a world without Black stories.
Yeah.
How does that hit you? Like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I think, I just would feel so sad for Black people because like so much of our stories are really helpful to Black people, right? Like there's so many Black women that have benefited from,
me creating this documentary, they've been validated, they have felt like they've been seen, and they have felt not alone. And it's so important, those feelings of like feeling like you're you know, like your story matters and like your experience matters. That's so important. And without Black storytellers, I just would feel so sad for Black people. I feel like we would be missing a lot of healing, a lot of joy, a lot of revelation.
I hear that. And that impacts the rest of the world, definitely. So how was the BTFC, your involvement, you know, just kind of helped you, you know, when you came to us, you were an established producer. I mean, you were out there, you were working, you had a production company that was obviously making content for folks. But I know from you and I conversation, you had a desire to tell more of your stories, right? Like you were working as sort of a work for hire, but you were like, Kibi, I want to tell my stories. I want my stories. So maybe share with the audience, what has your involvement with the BTFC enabled you to do in terms of those goals?
Well, I feel like the programming, like I love the programming so much. There's always something. Like I remember I was like, I had just got off set. You all were having some programming. I feel like it was Charlene McCorley. I forget how you say your name, but
Wilson, yeah.
I was like listening in the car on the way home from set, and you all have talked about like development. There's just such a variety of programming that has been encouraging to me. And I also love the range of people that get to participate in the programming, right? Like myself, who is an independent artist, people who work, you know, with different companies and organizations. I think it's really beautiful. I think the BTFC provides a well-rounded perspective of what it means to be in the television and film industry. So I'm just so grateful. And the community, I love all the people that I've met and the people that work with the BTFC, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I know. And Diamond, you've relocated, right? Because you were originally in LA doing stuff out here. I know you recently moved to another city, you know, and one of our goals over the course of 2024 is to do much more localized programming. You know, we started in New York, but obviously we've got people all over the world, 3,000 members strong. So what does it mean for you to actually hear, hey, we are going to be doing more localized programming in cities across the country?
I think it's important. Like, I think that there are creators and artists all over the world, right? And not necessarily always in the entertainment hubs. And they still have the same desire, the same hunger to create and to make a life out of creating. So I think that's really important. I love that for the people that get to benefit from it, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, Diamond, we're going to wrap up. I want to give you the final word. Well, first of all, I'm going to make sure you let people know where they can find out more about you, shout out your new project you have coming on board, and tell people why they should donate to the BTFC today.
Yes, of course. Well, so you can find me at The Real Diamond, but also I recently have launched a community for Black women around Black women's stories. It's called Channel 9. And so we're focused on the Black woman's human experience and making sure Black women feel seen, heard, felt, loved, all the things. So that's patreon.com/channel 9. And you should donate to the BTFC because you are investing in storytellers and art and healing and in community and you're investing in the future for Black storytellers. So please donate.
Definitely. We need more diamonds out here, y'all. She is going on to create communities herself, right? We want other people to have their dreams advanced. So thank you so much for joining us, Diamond. We will see you soon. Absolutely. Take care.
Thank
all
you.
Right. So you all listen, thank you. Y'all are giving. We see the donations coming in. I will definitely in a few come back and shout out some of our more recent donors, but thank you. The momentum is going. We are getting closer to $50,000. So please give today. Every dollar you give is matched $1. We have a board match up to $25,000. We recently hit the $2,500 mark. I want to make sure I got that right. But we are moving. We're 5% of the way to our goal. So next up is a conversation with one of our partners. We cannot do this work alone, you know, and we believe in community. You're going to hear this a lot. Community. So we want to welcome Roman Martinez, who is with Film Reframed, to the conversation. All right, Roman, come on in. Film Reframed is a partner that we have worked with over the course of the history of the BTFC. Welcome, Roman. How are you doing on this Giving Tuesday?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Look at you bringing with the Barry White bass. I love it. Come on. You're going to stroke us. You're going to stroke the audience into wanting to make them give. That's what we're talking about.
Fantastic. Let's do it.
Roman, so I want to just give you an opportunity to shout out Film Reframed because y'all are doing amazing work too. And I'd love to, as you do that, also hear what was it about partnering with the BTFC that really, really made you all want to work with us? You know, what was it about the BTFC in the context of you sharing what Film Reframed is all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So a brief overview of Film Reframed. What we do is we're a professional development platform that teaches filmmakers around the world how to use composition and visual storytelling to express their unique perspective in their films without simply referencing films that exist in the past or trying to pull visual references without understanding what that image is relaying to an audience. And we find that this empowers them to use their unique voice so they can drive ideas from inside, right? And that's what we need. And that's what the Black TV and Film Collective is doing, is it's supporting whether it's emerging filmmakers, established professionals, it's supporting a platform where everybody who's bringing a unique perspective to the table can better articulate that perspective, right? So you're giving these resources and we're just one of those resources. And one of my favorite things about working with you guys is how organized and mobilized your community is. I tell you, at Film Reframed, we work with film organizations everywhere from the top production studios all the way to, overseas organizations with different demographics. We're working with Latinos, we're working with women, we're working with documentarians. This community at the BTFC is the most organized, the most diligent, studious, engaged. I get the most engagement in our live sessions. I get the most follow-up questions. The participation and the involvement that you guys have is really just completely off the charts. And so that's what I love to see in working with you guys.
That is music to my ears, Robert. Listen, we try hard. And, I need to just shout out in the moment Miss Shimoria, right? Because she has held down our programs. I know you all have interacted. She's in the room now, making sure this is going through all the amazing production. So I do just want to shout her out because a lot of that is because of her hard work. Also, our members, we get them right, y'all. We make sure that they know when they show up on set, when they come to events, when they engage in our programming, that they're bringing the most, right? Because we are investing in them. And so we want people to feel that they are able to activate everything. So thank you so much, Roman, for that. Now, I know you storyboard artist in the background, if I'm not mistaken, right? So
that's right.
We got a creative who is obviously using his gifts not only for creation to elevate and celebrate the platform. So, what does it mean to you to have us in partnership do the work to ensure that not only stories are created that center Black experiences, but that they get it right? Like, because you're talking about the creativity, the craft development in here, which is a big part of our work. What does it mean for you to see that evolution in an artist's work, in their products?
Oh, it's huge because it's all about intentionality. And so, like you said, you have your community steps up in the right way. You guys do a great job of setting a standard of participation and intentionality. And with that intentionality comes the type of specificity that will resonate with universal audiences, right? And really, the language of imagery, pictures, is the universal language. It's something we all speak, right? So no matter what background you're from, what language you verbally speak, an image will resonate with you, and it's a way of processing the world. And so for the filmmakers as part of the BTFC to be able to articulate their vision more soundly and intentionally with everything they're putting on screen, every object, every actor, the set design, the lighting, how that all comes together to create the mise en scène, as it were, to establish this visual environment for an audience is crucial in getting their perspective across. And that's what's so important about that is in film and television, this is a medium where you are showing something to somebody else. When you read a book, you use your imagination to fill in the gaps, and you're limited by the breadth of your experience, right? When you're reading a book and somebody describes a scene to you, you're pulling from images you've seen in your life or perhaps in movies. But in movies, we are showing somebody something and it is complete. Everything that we are giving them, it's our opportunity to share something that someone hasn't seen with them and enrich their life in that way. So whether it's showing them a location they've never seen before, whether it's showing them a subculture they've never seen before, this is really an informative and life expanding medium that allows artists to share different puzzle pieces of the larger picture of the world with their audience. And so for you to get that right, there's nothing that you need to be a more diligent steward of, right? You need to ensure that what you're sharing is accurate to what you experience, what you intend. And so really that's why these development programs like Film Reframed or anything else Yamoria brings into the program here that makes it so rich is you want to make sure everybody's tools are sharp and honed and able to articulate exactly the experience so that all the people that are watching it, hundreds, thousands, millions of people that are going to be impacted by this are getting the right message and it's resonating with them in a way that's going to change their life.
Oh, I ain't got to say nothing else, Roman. Like you just literally mic drop, we're done. No, listen, thank you so much, Roman, for joining us today. Real quick, why should somebody donate? Just give us the why.
It's huge. This kind of development, this is not the kind of thing that the decision makers at the top are investing in, right? If we left it to them to figure out how to do this for us, we'd continue to be waiting, right? So we need to take action ourselves. And in vast numbers, we can match those resources, right? So we're not able to individually match that, but together we can make a real difference and not just wait around for somebody else to give us a hand up. So that's why we need to support this community.
So give today, give today. Roman,
so give
thank
today.
you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Roman. We appreciate you today joining us. We appreciate just the relationship with Film Reframe. I mean, this is why we work with partners, because I just got a whole knowledge drop from your conversation right now. So for people who are coming to us, this is why we work with partners, to make sure that we are amplifying the knowledge, amplifying the reach, amplifying the impact. So thank you so much, Roman. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we appreciate you. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, lovely people. Listen, as Roman hops off, we are going to be welcoming another partner with us, Karen McMullen of Urban World, who's here. Thank you. I see her hopping on. Karen, before we get to your conversation, I just want to take a minute because we got to send some thank yous. This is a fundraiser. And I got to shout out several people who've been giving. I want to say thank you to Sam. I want to say thank you to Leo. I want to say thank you to Tyrone. I hope I'm saying your name right. Terron. And I want to give a huge shout out to Eric Goodwin, who came in with $1,000. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $1,000. We are on our way to raising our first $5,000 for Giving Tuesday. And it is all because of you. Also because of people like Karen. So before we dive in, please text BTFC, 4 letters, to 53555 if you want to give today. And hopefully our conversation with Karen will make you want to do that. So welcome, my friend. Happy Giving Tuesday. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. This is such an inspiring conversation. It's really, I'm honored to have been asked and happy.
Yes, definitely. No, we could not have a telethon without you and representing Urban World, because you guys have been such amazing partners with us over the course of the past few years. We've done panels with you all. We've obviously been able to have some of our filmmakers attend, our members. So before we get started, please tell us about you. Tell us about kind of what Urban World is about, your relationship, how you came to be connected with the BTFC, to kick off our chat.
Sure. So let's see. Urban World is 27 years old. It's a film festival. It started as a film festival for Black people. It quickly morphed into people of color, but it's still primarily, it skews heavily Black. I came on last year as the head of programming. I started my career as a film editor. I worked in film editing. I worked on Boomerang. I worked with Spike. I worked at Black Side on documentaries. I've been all over the board. And after doing that for a number of years, I've segued into programming. And I landed at Urban World last year as the head of programming. And this year they asked me to take on the festival directorship as well. So those are, the two roles I play there. And it's a heck of a festival. I'm sure you've been. It's something like it. It flies a little under the radar. People who've been there know about it, and they're all team Urban World. But it's not such a a widely known festival, and my mission is to get all of its excellence and beauty and joy out into the world, so people get to come see, the works of what your members do. We need to get more
Absolutely.
stories out there.
Yes, no, and I want to shout out because I think actually Urban World was the very first film festival I ever went to. So I think y'all broke my cherry when it comes to film festivals. And I cannot listen, Urban World is not new to this. You said 27 years?
Yeah.
That is, I mean, they were pioneers before the pioneers were there when it comes to creating spaces for us to have our stories be showcased. And I would love for you to just highlight the importance of festivals, right? Like, why is it important for there to be places, specifically festivals, for our content to be seen and celebrated?
Well, that's why, for it to be seen and celebrated. There are zillions of film festivals, as you know. But the POC film festivals are a special animal. I've worked at Tribeca, I've worked at Sundance, I've worked at mainstream festivals, and they always have some, Black and brown stories there. But you're not the main course, you're the side dish, honestly. And if you want to get the opening night spot and the closing night spot and the Saturday night spot, and to have panels about you talking to things that you are concerned about, you want to be at a film festival that celebrates Black and brown stories. Also, it's hard for short films to get out in the world. You can make a short film, you can put it up yourself on YouTube, but it's not really going to get seen as widely as if it were at a film festival. And another really great reason for filmmakers to go to film festivals is the community. Filmmakers are in their own little silos, working away and plugging away, and it can be very solitary. And when you finally get around other filmmakers, by the end of the week or the end of the festival, those filmmakers are like, oh my God, I found my tribe. They're just renewed, they're invigorated, they've seen other works, they're inspired, they've made contacts. It's just a really beautiful experience for the filmmakers as well as the audience.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so key, so key. And so what is it that has made perhaps working with the BTFC, a little bit more unique perhaps than other organizations, or just what is it that whenever we sort of say, hey, we're going to work together, you say yes, just kind of speaking specifically about our organization?
Yeah, well, I think Roman was saying you guys are really well organized, and I know Miss Yamoria, and I know that she has a lot to do with it. So there's that. But it's wonderful to work with a group that's so not just organized but impactful, like really doing what you need to do, which is to support filmmakers, Black filmmakers, content creators, getting their stories made. And there's not a whole lot of support out there. And so the fact that these creators have a place to come to, that know they're going to get fed, they're going to get supported, they're going to get uplifted, they're going to get understood is really key.
Yeah, definitely. What's a personal story you could share just about, maybe having a moment of discouragement or something, and like coming in contact with a community like the BTFC, whether it was us or not, really helped you get over that and kind of elevate to you achieving your goal?
Well, I would have to say that there are certain stories that I see by myself as a programmer. You watch lots of content alone in your room or on your laptop, and when you finally get to show a film to an audience and have them laugh at the same things you laugh at, and some things are so culturally specific, that only an audience full of Black folks is going to get it. And it's just, we exist. We're doing our thing out in the mainstream society. We take lots of hits, lots of microaggressions. We're used to it. We power through. All our people always have. But to finally be able to, like, the exhales, like your shoulders go down, and you're like, oh, they get it. I don't have to explain it. I can speak in the shorthand. That's what my mother looks like. That's what my brother looks like. That's the food I eat. And it's just being seen, and I can't point to any one specific, instance, because it's a constant reaffirmation when you're in those screenings.
Oh, I get it. And I've been in those rooms, to your point, as a producer myself, to finally be toiling and struggling and then actually have it screened in an audience is one of the best feelings ever. You're right. Like, it's the connection, everything. So I just want to say thank you, moment of gratitude to you for creating these festivals, to your point, that are really about Black folks, to your point. We obviously want to get into the bigger ones, the mainstream ones, but these, and not to even say that they're not mainstream, because these are mainstream, but the opportunity to really be able to see your stuff celebrated in a very unique and intentional way around Black culture is a gift. So, as we end our conversation, what is your perhaps reasoning for somebody who's tuning in to actually say, hey, I'm going to give to this organization today?
Like, we're grassroots people, very few of us come from families. We don't have, zillionaire grandparents that are left us all this money. So whenever we as Black people move the needle on anything, it's through grassroots contributions. It's $5 here, it's $10 here. And we have that. We are wealthier now than we've ever been. And we have a lot of disposable income. Everybody got a $700 phone and, spending $50 on their cable bill, and you got a $8 a day latte habit. That's cool. And I'm glad that we've reached that level of abundance, but money in abundance is meant to be circulated, so you need to give back. If you like Ava DuVernay, who started her career at Urban World, and Ryan Coogler, who started his career at Urban World, and Malcolm
Shout out Urban World, like I said.
Yeah, these people started with a short film or something. And so if you want to continue to nurture the next generation of filmmakers, then it really starts with you. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, shout out to the brother who just gave $1,000, but people sitting there like, oh, I don't have that much. Give $10, give $20. Really, it's one less trip to Starbucks. And the fact that you have somebody matching it, you're amplifying that money, and if we don't support ourselves, then no one else will. So
absolutely, I love it. Well, listen, Karen, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We appreciate Urban World. Listen, when is the festival popping off? We want to make sure people know.
We just finished. If you missed it, you missed it. It's November. Last year it was November 1 through 5. It'll be around that next year. Submissions open in February. You BF's Black film folks will you'll get a discount to submit, but please share your stories. I look forward to seeing them, and keep an eye out on our newsletter for year-round programming.
Absolutely. Listen, if you guys are not following Urban World, please check in. And as Karen highlighted, if you are a member of the BTFC, you do get discounts. These are what our partnerships are about, making it easier for you to submit, get your work out there. So thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate you. We look forward to continuing to partner with you in the years to come. Definitely.
You're welcome. And best of luck. Make millions.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. From your mouth to God's ears, we're going to make it happen. All right, Karen. Talk to you later. And as we transition to our next conversation, again, I just want to really reiterate what Karen shared. $10 will help you fund a BTFC meetup. We're talking about this community, just $10. $25 will cover a script reader. We have pipeline programs. We have to have our members competitively be selected. It requires us to read scripts. A $25 donation will support that. $50 will fund a BTFC workshop speaker. You heard Diamond, one of our members, highlight how these workshops have literally helped her expand her mind, understand the new things that she needs to be able to take care of. That is what $50 will fund. $100 will fund in office hours for one of our members with an industry mentor. We are so blessed to have people like Effie, folks you're going to hear later on, Hilliard, Kemp Powers, who are on our board, who are on our advisory board, who give their time for free. But we are able to fund the capacity to support this with a $100 donation. $250 will allow you to cover 5 grants for festival submissions. We just finished a conversation with Karen. As we say, we get discounts with our partners. Festivals are a big part of that. And yet some of our members still can't afford that, right? Like, we are not coming from, wealthy backgrounds. So our ability to provide these grants to our members to submit their projects absolutely has impact on where they go in their careers. Where your film screens, the number of screenings your film has, your project has, influences your capacity to grow. So $250 can fund something like that. $500 will fund 10 wellness/coaching sessions. It has been a tough journey out here for artists, for really anybody, you know, and as an organization, we're realizing we've got to get even more intentional about ensuring we are providing the kind of mental health and sort of mindset coaching for us to ensure our members are able to have sustainable careers. You know, as with many things, it's ups and downs, rejection, all the things that can go into it. And so it's important for us to be able to provide this as an additional capacity to the craft stuff. So $500 allows us to fund 10 sessions. Alrighty. And so just wanted to run down a lot of those things so you really understand what the impact of your dollars is making. And as Karen said, it doesn't have to be a lot. All right. So next up, we have Tayana. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Next up, okay, actually, we're going to give you all a chance to understand visually what the impact of your dollars is. So we're going to run an amazing video that highlights that now.
Only 4% on average of key creative positions are held by Black creatives. Yet we make up 14% of the population. In a world where storytelling is the heartbeat of culture, a powerful organization is reshaping the narrative. We are the Black TV and Film Collective, an organization where dreams are not just realized, but amplified. Our manifesto is community, not charity. This statement embodies our mission to empower our members to see themselves as the architects or makers of their own destinies. We have over 3,000 members in our global community, with highest density chapters in New York, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. Since its founding, the Black TV and Film Collective continues to live out its mission to carve, develop, and support a pipeline for Black creatives to have sustainable careers in the film and television industry.
The mission of the BTFC is to find opportunities for Black creators to create and maintain economically sustainable careers. Not only finding someone their first entry-level job, but their second, third, and fourth jobs.
We are celebrating our 8th year working with partners that provide us with the capital to deliver over 50 events and serve over 1,200 Black creatives annually. From the writer's desk to the producer's chair, the collective is creating a ripple effect that's impossible to ignore by offering top-notch programming that helps Black mid-career writers, producers, and post-production creatives reach the next level in their professional goals.
I've actually worked with a lot of the folks on several of my projects. The collective has been very supportive of me.
Between 2019 and 2023, we have delivered over 221 craft development workshops, networking events, and learning conversations with award-winning writers, producers, union leaders, post-production houses, talent agents, and studio heads. We awarded producing fellowships to 8 competitively selected mid-level producers in the collective so they could make a film. Granted $50,000 each in support, our fellows further honed valuable leadership and production skills, plus gained vital credits that are essential to advancing to the next level. All of their completed film projects screened in premier film festivals across the country and also garnered global award recognition. We are not just breaking barriers, we are shattering them.
We're here to help you make your work.
That's not all. Our pipeline development partnerships with established networks and streamers are helping to further diversify employment in the industry from a socioeconomic, regional, and diversity perspective.
It's been an awesome experience to get the support that I needed as a new producer to make it through the project.
Through a partnership with Netflix, 2 BTFC members, Latasha Mercer and Elise St. Perot, were awarded script development deals to hone their projects with Netflix executives and participate in a showrunner training lab. Our partnership with Aspire TV gave 32 of our members the opportunity to screen their films to millions of homes across the country. With this exposure, each of these members can now say their work has aired on television.
We need this more than ever. We need art, and we need media and creative that speaks to the problems that we face on a human level.
We can get lulled into a false sense of security thinking that all the battles to fight have already been won. And if you're a Black creative, you know that's simply not the case.
Our BTFC parody project is setting the tone for keeping the entertainment industry accountable. We believe that Black creatives need to own the data, and we need to control the narrative. And together we can hold corporations accountable so we can achieve parity. We are creating the data set necessary to ensure that we are truly addressing the need and opportunity for additional workforce development within the film and television sectors. The Black TV and Film Collective isn't just a movement, it's a revolution. A revolution to help create more parity in the future of entertainment. We stand as a safe space and supportive community for mid-career Black creatives to level up and make their work. We are working every day to ensure that everyone's story gets a seat at the table. Please join us and be a part of a legacy in the making.
Lovely people. We back here literally jumping up and down because you are coming through. You guys are giving. We are so excited. I cannot say thank you enough. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are seeing donations coming in. Please keep the momentum going. We are looking to hit $5,000 before noon. That's the goal, y'all. $5,000 before noon. And in the interim, I just want to shout out William. I want to shout out Hernandez. I want to shout out Deanna. Deanna, thank you. I know you're one of my folks. I want to shout out Afsa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We cannot do this without you. You all are giving dollar donations, $50, $100, $10. Please, everything that you give allows us to create impact. It allows us to ensure that we are closing the parity gap. There are only 4% on average of Black creatives in senior positions. Senior creative positions. I'm talking about showrunners on television. I'm talking about senior producers who have the power to actually hire crew, who are managing budgets. I'm talking about major writers on projects. Only 4% in US productions are held by Black people. And yet we are almost 14% of the population. That is the gap. That is what we're here to work towards changing. And we're doing it one creative person at a time. We are empowering them to be able to have the skills, to be able to have the networking, to get the credits, to be able to make their work so they have the receipts to be able to show up and get somebody to say yes to fund their project, to be able to have their film accepted into a film festival, to be able to pitch to a studio or a network and have their television show greenlit. This is what the dollars you all are giving is enabling us to do. So I just want to say thank you. And again, another set. Yo, my people are coming through. Another set of donations just came in. Thank you to Trisha. Thank you to Adler. We are trying to get to $5,000 by the top of the hour, by noon. So please, if you are waiting, give now, please. And I shared before, we have a $25,000 match from the BTFC board of directors. So for every dollar you give, we get another dollar. You get to double your impact. It's 2 times the impact. So please give now, give now. If we can hit $5,000 by the top of the hour, we are doing great, y'all. We are doing great. All right. So we have another film that we are going to move into from one of our members. Her name is Tayana Brumeri, and she's a BTFC maker. Right? Like she came to the organization already working, has been able to level up and do more. And so we are excited to present you her film, Kinky. So stay tuned and enjoy.
show you something. Just do this.
Ouch, Mom, stop. Why so rough?
I was just trying to help. May, let's go. I can't afford to miss my bus.
I know, Mom. I know.
You girls have a good day at school today. May, be home by 6.
You heard her? Be home by 6. Be home by 6. I heard you okay? And who did your hair? Okay. So, you ready for his dance on Friday?
I don't know, Linda. Do I look ready?
Okay. How about this? Come to my mom's salon after school and she can give you a hookup.
What kind of hookup?
You know, like a wash and go, a blowout, whatever they call it these days.
Really? She can do that for me?
Do you know who you're talking to? Of course, you know I got the hookups.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, of course. Now let's go. You know how sister Patterson is going to be.
Hey, May, I'm home. I was thinking about cooking one of Grandma's recipes tonight. Hey, May. I got you something. When did you do this to your hair?
Today, after school.
But why?
Hey, Mom. So, should I wear my hair up or down?
Come on, May, grab your things and let's go. Okay, then.
Bye, Mom. Have a good day at work.
Your mom okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
See? Look at you. My mom did a great job.
Yeah.
Hey, May, I got you a little. Now, child, you know you always start from the ends.
Lovely, lovely, lovely film, Kinky. So please, thank you to Tayana Brumaire for allowing us to show her project. Listen, I just want to shout out, again, we are fundraising. You saw this project. This is the kind of work that your donations will allow us to do. So if you're just tuning in, please text BTFC at 53555. Now I want to turn to a conversation because we have a guest joining us from a amazing supporter and funder of ours. And I want to pose the question, what does parity mean? You know, we have been talking about this desire to make sure that there's a space for Black stories, for Black creators. And the reason why is because there isn't parity right now in the entertainment industry. There isn't. And so one of the missions that the BTFC is absolutely focused on doing more work around, especially as we move into 2024 and beyond, is really holding corporations accountable for ensuring that they are hiring Black creatives into key positions of leadership, that they are promoting them when they do hire them, and that they keep them around. Because I'm going to bring you into a little secret, unfortunately, that all of us who are Black in this industry understand. And that is, you know, there are many, many efforts being done by corporations, by Hollywood mainstream companies to bring us into the fold. I want to shout out fellowships hosted by Disney and Warner Brothers and Lionsgate. There's so many out there and they are amazing. The challenge sometimes is that when the funding for those organizations, for those fellowships ends, we get let go. Like we're not kept around. And so there is only so much happening. And again, our mission is around sustainable careers. We want folks to be around here. We want them to be able to level up. So this is why it's important for us to have these conversations around parity. So I am excited to welcome. Oh, not yet? Okay, sorry. I'm going to keep talking. This is what we do live. But I'm going to be having a conversation with a few folks, you know, who have been connected to one of our initiatives called the Parity Project. So last, I think in 2021, we connected with an organization called the Parity Project, which was founded by two amazing men, Derek Pete and Ron McCants. And they came to us and was like, hey, we need to make sure that we have an opportunity to continue our work. And so we merged with them. So before I dive into that conversation, I do want to share a film that is in its most beautiful essence, highlighting this idea of parity, right? This is a project by one of our filmmakers, Michael Johnson. I want to make sure that I got that right, Michael Johnson, and it's called Black Metal. And you'll hear from an introduction that he gives at the top of the film about why this idea of making sure there are more of us in rooms where we're not historically there. His story is in the music industry, but it is a beautiful love story to why it's important for us to continue to have these conversations around parity. All right, so enjoy the film and I'll be back shortly to dive more into it.
Johnson. I am the writer and director of Black Metal, and I am located in Los Angeles. Black Metal is a short film about a teenager living in Colorado trying to break into the metal industry as his first performance on stage in spite of his father, who's a failed jazz musician. It's a story that's very close to my heart, just because growing up I had to navigate many spaces where I was the only Black face in the room, as I'm sure that many of you can relate to. In an industry that's normally reserved and stereotyped as kind of a white music genre. So it's very, very important and very close to my heart. I want to thank the collective for hosting so many panels in the show film festival, so many table reads. Watching those table reads and participating has definitely improved my own writing, and just given me the ability to just kind of review and learn how I can improve myself as a screenwriter and director.
Trending with the HOA over there complaining.
Bro, it's chill. If the cops come, just put them on blast.
Go home.
Hey, are we still on for the night?
What?
Battling.
Battling. Sounds real fun. Where you battling at?
Oh, Slashers on Colfax.
Slashers on Colfax.
Oh, yeah. It's a horror club, and they got like...
Dad, it's the only place we don't get laughed at. Dad, these are our people. You're 3 black boys. You get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How is this the wrong place?
You can't even deal.
With what?
Just trust I know what I'm talking about.
You think we're trash?
You try to lie to me. So you're done. Both of y'all go home right now.
Figure something out. We'll catch you soon.
Go.
Harper's sick, so I'll be on my own again. We can FaceTime if you want.
Babe, I'm trying to finish this piece.
When you're free. Is this what I think it is?
Jimmy, you know they would.
People sometimes still send welcome letters.
Yeah.
It'll happen. I know it will.
I'm 40 years old.
And? You've accomplished so much already. Try to make time for him.
You hungry? Murillo. L.
Just be cool, all right? Just follow my lead. Don't walk right on in. He's not gonna know. Just don't worry about these guys, all right?
Hold up. Where are you going?
We already checked in.
And how old are you?
We already told you like 3 times. Chaperone's already inside.
I don't think so. You gotta take your gear around back. You can't drag that through the crowd. Come on, guys.
Eminence. Nice.
Thanks. We're here to play.
Somebody picked that out for you?
Nah, I did.
What songs do you know? Don't sweat it.
Axios, Destroyer, PGL. I could list your whole album if you want.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
We registered to play.
Name?
Phoenix Flames.
It'll be a while.
Is there something wrong?
Nothing, dog. Just remember, no rap. Eminence, you're on a 20.
Excuse me.
Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to... No! Out. Go. Get out!
We are not looking good tonight. Hopefully we got a couple of jams showing up. Give it up for Phoenix Flames!
There's some black kids on stage.
Could have been worse. No, it couldn't.
some food for me. Hold up.
Yo.
Bro, what the hell is you wearing?
You look like you got a sponsorship from Hot Topic or something.
Shit, lukewarm top.
Stop.
No, we're just playing.
You all think you got drip, but you're just dry. But we just bullshit. What you got? Let me see.
That thing nice though.
I appreciate it. It don't work anymore.
Play it. Let me see you strum a little bit. The string broke. Oh, you must be playing hard as hell.
Nice Halloween costume.
Yo. Hey, bro, this is the next Hendrix.
Yeah, little Prince right here. He about to blow up. Hold on, dog. Hey, there he is.
Bro, they said we still slapped. Bro, we slapped.
Next time.